Me na Isatu Smile Sesay, and this is the program Talk to the Camera. Today the camera kawaka Loradov Secondary School. As the Loradov Secondary School be get an issue this BNTM where the aggrieved teachers be call a press conference where later the police become and can arrest some teachers them and journalists them. And because of that, today the camera kawaka na Loradov Secondary School for no but waiting at the way forward, and we get for talk to the acting principal for let it tell we waiting at your take about the things them where they go on at Loradov, and also talk to teachers them waiting at some of the things the way they go on will make them aggrieved. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Me na Mr. Ba, me na a teacher na Loradov Secondary School na Dance Street na ya.
This BNTM, the Loradov teachers them be call a press conference. Outside the press conference be get for end up in a way that way police them be, according to information where we be get say police them become and be get for arrest some teachers them and journalists them. I go want for make you confirm that for we.
Yes, we be get an interview on Monday, last week Monday, where press conference where coincidentally the teachers and waiting at the school, aggrieved teachers and to be specific, unanimously will be agree say will be write a document to say sign for say the outgoing principal when Mr. Coker, we not for bring in a new principal from another school. We want let them choose one of the teachers at the school and as senior teachers as principal of the school. So, but we don't hear rumor for say they want go bring in other principal from another school. Then the one the way apply the senior teachers the way applying at the school now. Then pull them senior letter appointments them from the ministry by the application letter. So when they can conduct the interview now, they not be interviewed then. So now I make on Monday the following week on Monday. We decide for call on a press conference for express some of we grievance over the situation and the way happen. Why is it that teachers they don't write application letter for be principal at the school where they don't teach over 15 to 20 years? We get 3 teachers that we don't teach over 15 to 20 years at the school. Then when they can apply now as the position of principal and vice principal and pull their documents then plenty of other things that they go on at the school were not correct. So we decide for call on a press conference on Monday. Then when the journalists come for that press conference day, the buzzer we in one of the people that we don't eat the school in money over millions of leones. The government they give 30 million every time now the government they give at the school as a subsidy. Then the hall they make money that they rent the hall every month way over 8 million in the hall they make. Then they rent the classroom there as churches there where each of the church they pay over 120,000, get over 5 to 6 churches there waiting at the school. So all the money that they collect at the school, we don't know nothing what they happen at the school. Then no incentive not for teacher, no incentive not for former staff. Even the one that's the volunteer teachers the way they volunteer, they know they give them nothing. 50 loans they know they give them. So like now the boss are no more in they siphon the money in and the principal. We look at and say this not we know they go down well. So we call on that press conference. So we'll call on the press conference, the very boss are with one other teacher when Mr. Stephen Kamara, when are they all they against waiting they happen at the school. So then go call on police. Then say we did conduct a press conference where the police and car they not ask nobody. Then just come they arrest the journalists them and some of the teachers them. Like me so now one part the people where they be arrested and go to a Ross Road. So exactly that's what it happened on Monday.
So where they arrest, where they be make them arrest there? So waiting be later on come up. Well,
the authorities them. Of course the LUC in our Ross Road, if we get an information, we go they ask we say what to make the arrest now we explain. Say by a press conference we call. He say and we call press conference for let alala not in our school for let confusion not in I make yourself call on press conference for we clear out we opinion we events in our school. We go in our school with toilets not the teachers and not even get toilets, the school picking and not get toilets, any sign at the school, the dirty they all over at the school campus, sign order for take care of the sanitation business, all in one and they we call on the press conference. So when we reach to the LUC, now the LUC we explain to them. I say need not for all una. They say need not for let them can detain una ourselves. So from there, with other senior people and the media the media PRO, we inform them, we inform other stakeholders them. So then call on the LUC, then tell them say let them release we with the all our colleague journalists and then release with that moment say immediately they will decide for come back because then the way they become arrested, the principal not be even cancelled. Now instruct the buzzer and that Mr. Stephen Kamara for let them can arrest we and the other journalists them. So at the end of the day, now so the thing happen where they be released later.
So since then, when we don't try again for engage the media?
Yes, we don't try for engage the media. Of course, this is now one and an evidence for say we try for welcome the other media houses then because from then when we don't do the press conference, they don't release the journalists, and the journalists can come for take interview from the principal not allow interview. He give them dates and come back Friday, still grants interview. Then finally, a few other newspapers and decide for write the thing. Then few other journalists and talking at the media outlets them. So the government now don't take decision for appoint a new principal, where present and the acting principal, when Mr. Mansare, when the oldest teacher, and in says Mr. Mansare in your application letter, they will pull the senior teacher position by your application letter. So presently, the ministry don't appoint as acting principal, then they don't appoint Mr. Munu as the acting vice principal. But from I talk to you right now, from Monday, where they don't appoint them, till today, the principal and the boss they know they can at the school. They can and net, the boss they can and net, he can't take material in at the school, they go. So this is not the situation this way they will presently in the school now. Yeah.
So as you say, they cannot for can take material, and that's not serious allegation. How you come for no say it can come na net, the boss can come and come take some materials them and then you go.
Of course, we get people away and they around the school campus when I neighbor them, where then they give you the information. We get the old boy then at the school now where they around the compound. Then you get even people away and they within the compound where they sleep in the compound. They give you the information. Then this morning say, oh, can the curtain, the window curtain will be in in office. This morning, oh, can a new one who meets the old one will be they don't pull on. So they want in all the evidence for sure say the can net for can confiscate some material will go be vital now the administration sector. So all the one in the issue say we know they go down well presently in the school administration. And then the principal not even can say for like can open the office and hand over the office to the acting principal where they don't assign.
So now we una don't get an active principal, waiting una they expect.
We expect all the things that will stand against the bad administration will stand against the money will not be get effects at the school administration, the sanitation business at the school, the discipline at the school. Now if you see the building more side on crack, all the one in the issues. As I talk to you, so you go imagine school like this day now, they don't even get meter, we don't even get lights now. So all the one in the issues then the gate man we don't work over how many months, over 6 months and up here. All the one in the issues they will say this time around, this new dispensation, where they try for address all the issues and they follow get a very good school system at the school.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Mr. Abdul Nabi Mara, senior teacher Loradov.
How many years you don't teach for Loradov?
32 good years.
So I go on for make you tell we doing the 32 good years them where you don't teach for Loradov. Waiting at some of the experience them so far where you don't get.
Well, there are so many. In fact, me an old boy of this school. But this school me attend. So everything is known. I have served nearly all the principals here. Besides my own principal here, who was Professor J.D. Thompson. Can you imagine, way back 1989 I started here. I have gone through all the principals. Looking at what is happening now, it is a failure on my side. I've been an old boy. This particular regime has brought my school on the spotlight. I'm not happy about it. Loradov is not known for confusion. It's known for peace. But it's unfortunate that the present regime has left us with a disaster. I'm not happy about that one.
Okay. So what thing they go on at the school where you're not happy about?
Well, it all happens when the Mawo they go now, adverts come out for the position of principal and vice principal. Some of who did apply. I was not shortlisted. The reason being, I must be honest, one of my key documents, my senior teacher's document, was removed from my document, thereby making me, I was not qualified by the ministry. They said that one, I was not qualified. So I wrote so many letters to the authorities concerned. And thank God, our letters were looked upon. And the ministry sent official letters to the principal, I think, that Mr. Mara and my sister, they are qualified to be interviewed. And they have now asked two more senior teachers, Mr. Kemo Masaya and Mr. Munu, to be as caretaker principal. So we are waiting for that other session to come on.
Okay. So since they don't appoint an acting principal, what do you think about that?
It's fine. It's fine. There's a little bit of sanity in the school. Even though the short of certain things, like teaching and learning material, we will not get access to those things again, like chalks, When I get time again, if they come in the sort, pass some of we get for try for put things in place. So they really will suffer. Because admin no they are just acting admin no get and they not get access into the office. Yes.
So for now, I'm not going able to forget the materials and the other can go in, other they buy the materials and they right now like the chalk what then they use for teacher picking them.
Well, except teachers then subscribe. Would I get or look they have chalk though they left. They'll go teach.
So when now they can get an acting principal, what do you they expect from them?
But they expect changes.
What type of changes?
Well, for put the school in order, the Minka unity, because this is the greatest problem. The school was not unified. There were breaks, partition, camps. We'd expect so when they come now, of course, then a part of them know the sick. We'd expect them for help for the sick now. Yes.
So waiting at the message we go send out there to viewers then because the last press conference where una be called the way out the press conference be end up and plenty people will know say police then be coming and also take some teachers them and some journalists them will be attend the press conference. So waiting at the message where you go send out there concerning that incident that will be happen.
And an ugly picture. It not been too fine for we as a school for let police come. I've been present for a short while, but I've been getting for good so I left them. My information on what I get now say another second set of police then can apprehend teachers as well as journalists. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate. We appeal to the appropriate authorities, make them come in as early as possible. Because I, for one, an old boy here, 32 years, I have spent all my youth age here. It's unfortunate. And I believe it is my time. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you too.
Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
I'm Kemo Mansari, acting principal of Laura Dove.
So you'll be the acting principal for Laura Dove Secondary School. I go on for make you tell me how many years you don't teach now Laura Dove?
I've taught for 34 years, just at Laura Dove.
So during these 34 years where you don't teach for now Laura Dove, what are some of the experience where you be done gain so far and how you be done the see Laura Dove may they run?
Well, of course, the blueprints of Laura Dove, I know them. Only that, there's a nature in some administration. They tend for be person way really productive. You get your vision, because as a young man, I get my vision, I get how I see education, I'm very much inspired. So I go through the rigors and with HCC up to master's level inside Laura Dove. I do all what I'm supposed to, but I was dampened in effort simply because rivalry for principalship. Always somebody were very radical, not negative but positively radical. That they can see always authorities can see and say this no. Or your qualification we get they come for undermine, then they keep you off. But so now that they prevail. To an extent, then they render you dormant. So, but you cannot stop waiting Allah don't say it will happen. But at this stage now, of course, even this waiting happen in terms of this transition period, a lot of things take place in terms of manipulation. But the authorities at the ministry, now blessed people then, God inspired them. Then don't do the right thing at the school. With the cooperation of the teachers, then press very hard for make sure say the correct thing prevail. And of course, the correct thing and prevail. Now everybody is happy as they see the school, even though the substantive head of the school in the phase out, and a new one for CAM where they don't already name we. Well, you know, go even notice, even the school pupils, they don't notice, say, a transition they take place. Because psychologically, we don't want the transition for affect the pupils. So then the learning must be smooth and very much effective.
So now where the transition period they take place right now, and as you don't be the acting principal, I go want for know what in get for be you focus right now.
Well, as I said earlier on, the blueprints we know the challenges, and we watch for make a principal in your responsibilities. You forget control of the situation, and if you be a person with really forget authority. From that stage, the disciplinary aspect is very important. Then the instructional aspect. Then on the part of the children, you must make sure say that they prevail. So once you're able for control, then you actually do the necessary things where you go able for create the atmosphere. You get a kind of organization on the part of the class, the classrooms, the classes. I think say those are priorities for me.
And also, I go want for make you just throw light on the past Becker results them where the school done the poll so far.
Well, the school, we not go boast too much, but we don't do well. Because among the one that we not always did down there, we're not there among the one that will they perform or underperform. We always there above. And they push. This school, they do well in the sense that the school where they be don't create for people that way them go down classes until they drop out. But when they get them, instill upon them, say, their hope for the future. Then would they give extra academic drills. Say bring them calm, shape them up, and push them for make them go able for do the extra work and do the extra exercise until they reach the standard, the required standard. Now, yeah, would the people that wouldn't go reject something and the world should not go able to go this, that, when at NPSC, we they accept most of them. Then we process them. Finally, now then go end up for go back and watch at Becker level. Then perform. Some can be outstanding. We get them boku now. So we they do the extra job at this school.
So the school na school we don't take. So what about the senior secondary school?
We now get senior secondary school.
Yeah. So what thing you get for Kandu now under your administration for say the school gets a senior secondary school? If actually you get the determination for make the school go up to senior secondary school.
If I am given the chance, just like what I tell you, I know the blueprints. You know, finance is very, very important. One thing, you cannot just depend on one angle. We get NGOs them. We're concerned about education. We should be seen lobbying to get financial assistance, and the teaching and learning materials should be available. Apart from ministry, we need to meet organization. You have philanthropists who are ready to help. Let us go in search of this kind of people. So if we get them to assist us, like Henry Ferguson, for example, it was just a school coming up. But now go to Henry Ferguson and see, this is what they did. And we need to carry out a simple research to get our colleagues' approach. What make them be what they are at this stage in terms of development. And then we follow suit. So these are my dreams. If I got the opportunity, we shall be doing a lot of research to make sure we acquire what we need to acquire, especially when the school is underprivileged. So this is our own, my own approach, and I believe the staff is ready. And they are happy now. Something neutral has come up.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
As I don't listen to waiting the acting principal for the Loradov Secondary School talk, as the Loradov Secondary School they on transition period, and also say if you then get the chance for make a go be the principal for Loradov Secondary School, the Loradov school will go to another level because it know all the blueprints of the school. And also you don't listen to teachers themselves, waiting themselves talk about how the school on they run and waiting about the reason we make them be called a press conference. Me na Isatu Smile Sesay. Until we meet again to another edition of the program Talk to the Camera, I say, tata.